Let's talk about blood. Let's talk about books. Let's talk about Clive Barker and all the craziness therein. So, when you first found out it was a Clive Barker tale, of course, I don't know if you've read the book or not, or you just somebody who really, really enjoyed the craziness that happens with his kind of tales. So, what was your first thought about entering a Clive Barker world?
Well, I very much respected his stuff, even though I don't really know it. As far as genre is concerned, Clive Barker with the kind of retro thing that Anna's been talking about with Hellraiser, like I'm into that. Did Guillermo do Hellraiser?
I don't think so.
I think he might have been involved. I think he might have produced Hellraiser. And so obviously, if Guillermo's doing it, then pretty sure about that. So
did he do a remake?
No, sorry, it was Hellboy. My bad. That's my bad.
Hellboy. Anyway, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's my bad. But anyway, the point is like, for me, it was less about Clive Barker and more about this story and the way it was written, which obviously came from Clive initially. And so I can't say it's not, but Brandon killed it as far as the writing's concerned. That's what drew me to it.
And one of the things about this writing too is, finding a way to connect everything together and have them all interweave too. So did you like the fact that when it comes to good things and maybe even really, really bad things, there are connections in the world, and especially in this world?
Yes, that was really helpful to me. And that's Clive, obviously. Anna, go ahead.
No, I would just that was my main question to Brandon, because I loved the idea that all these different separate stories ran individually, but somehow had to intertwine. And my question was, how are you going to do that? And I think he's done it pretty seamlessly.
So let's talk about these characters. Can you introduce your characters here and tell us a little bit about them? Because so if we could start with Anna, I guess to talk about.
Right. Yay!
Someone's bringing you wine. Someone's bringing you wine.
Yeah, look, a glass of blood. That's Pilot James. He's just landed from Mexico and off to Dallas tomorrow, so he's come around for because we were meant to finish about 20 minutes ago, but the whole world seems to be on Zoom right now, and the English connection isn't as good.
Anyway, let's look at that hot couple again. You got that picture?
Yes, the hot couple here. Let's talk about them. 100%. And then, Rafi, if you could tell us a little bit about your character too.
A manipulative young man who I believe comes from a place of trauma, who's very, very in tune with the concept of other people and their needs and what they're looking for in life, and uses that to his advantage and places himself in a position where he can then benefit from them. Manipulative.
Very, very manipulative. But the beauty of Clive Barker is that there are opportunities for comeuppances, and also just a lot of blood and stage makeup and stuff. I mean, were you guys both excited about the fact that you're going to come into a movie where there's going to be stage effects? And Brandon was talking about trying to find the right viscosity of blood that he wanted, especially. So, I mean, what was your thought about coming to a horror movie where it was going to be sticky, for another want of a word?
The fact that they set the tone perfectly. There wasn't too much blood and there wasn't not enough.
So, Rafi, your character is always kind of has an impish kind of feel to him. Is that something you had to search for, or you feel like you have kind of that impish vibe already about you?
What do you mean by impish? Tell me.
Impish means someone who kind of knows a little bit more, someone who's kind of running a little bit of the game, as it were, too, and someone who is, I guess, a little cocky too, perhaps.
Naughty.
Yes, yes. All of that. I do think I possess some of that. I would like to think I don't possess the manipulation, but the rest of it, I think it's probably the reason I got that role, because I'm an imp.
And then, Rafi, if I can ask you too, when someone asked you first about this tale, if they hadn't, really got into Clive a lot or the book, how did you first explain Books of Blood to them if a friend asked?
I would say it's a psychological thriller, and that the story is what drew me to it, and therefore I hope the story is what draws them to it, and that it's worth a watch for that reason, because it was about the story to me, and less about the supernatural, less about the thrilling part of it. It was all about the story.
It was the same for you, Anna?
I would say it's funny to have a genre piece that's actually got humor in it, and I think the way in naturalism, so it kind of, but I think what it ends up presenting is something kind of on the lines of Twilight Zone and you know, some of the old Stephen King. I think it's kind of, it's Clive Barker, but yeah, I think that I keep using the same term, but retro genre. I mean, I'm just a bit in shock that a 90s piece is now called it's vintage and is a period piece.
Yeah, well, I am a period piece unto myself, so I understand that very well. So I want to thank both of you very much. Hope you have a fantastic day, and we look very much forward to Books of Blood and talking with all the fans. So have a great day.
Nice one, Derek. Thanks, man.